AI was supposed to be the death of the coding job, predicted to replace 21 million developers by 2025. But in the last few months, that dream has turned into a nightmare because the AI isn't just making mistakes, it's wiping out terabytes of company data and apologizing for it. What is going on here? In this video, I'm going to break down how big tech scammed the world with fake AI tools, the real reasons they want to replace humans with AI even though they know it's failing, and the wildest part, why this whole mess might actually be a gold mine for you. So, why is replacing developers with AI going horribly wrong? To answer that, we have to start with the first lie they sold us.
Everybody in the world is now a programmer. This is the miracle of artificial intelligence.
In 2024, a company called KnF&x scanned hundreds of millions of lines of code. What they found was terrifying. For the first time in human history, we have stopped fixing code and started hoarding it. Let me explain. You see, in the old days, coding was like writing an essay. You wrote a draft, then you edited it, polished it, and made it shorter. That's how you keep an app fast and clean. But now with AI, people aren't writing anymore. They are copy-pasted. Data shows that code cloning has quadrupled since 2023. That's because the AI we're copying from isn't thinking. It just grabs blocks of logic on the internet and pastes them into your banking app. Engineers call this the Slop Layer. It's code that works, but nobody knows why. And we're already seeing the consequences. Analysts recently scanned 10 billion lines of code and found that it would take 61 billion workdays just to clean up the mess we've already made. In fact, just this December 2025, a Google AI agent was asked to simply delete junk files. Instead, it misread a silent flag and without permission wiped out 2 terabytes of production data in seconds. The crazy part is, it actually apologized. But it gets worse. Veracode, a global security firm, found that 45% of these AI-written code contained critical security holes. We're talking backdoors, data leaks, and passwords saved in plain text. Why? Because AI is a yes man. Unlike humans, it doesn't ask, should we encrypt this? It just wants to please you. So it builds you a login page that lets hackers walk right into the front door. But some would say, who cares if it's messy? It's fast. Well, I've got bad news. When you measure the experts, the senior engineers who hold the internet together, giving them AI doesn't speed them up. It slows them down. Recent studies found that early developers are 19% slower when forced to use AI. Why? That's because senior engineers are no longer coding. They're spending an average of 11 hours a week just correcting AI mistakes. That is basically your entire Tuesday plus half of Wednesday wasted on cleaning up after a robot. So if AI creates bugs, slows down your best people, and turns architects into janitors, why on earth is every CEO still forcing it on their teams? That's because the goal isn't to fix the product. The goal is to fix the payroll.
Due to the implications of AI, we have stopped recruitment.
You see, for the last 10 years, software engineers were the kings of the labor market. They could demand $200,000 salary, remote work, and stock options. And executives hated it. So they needed something to break the power of the developer class. And the perfect weapon is AI. It doesn't matter if the code is bad, it only matters that you think it works. Recruiters are already using the AI discount in salary negotiations. They say Claude does 40% of the coding now. We only need 60% of a human. And it's working. Tech salary offers are down nearly 9% globally. But this creates a massive gap that is about to blow up in your faces and make you a lot of money. I'll explain how in a minute. First, you need to see just how desperate they are to sell this fake AI lie. In 2023, this startup Builder.ai claimed they had a neural network named Natasha that could build apps by listening to your voice. They raised $250 million at a $1.5 billion valuation. But it turned out Natasha was 700 human engineers in India frantically coding in the background. Amazon did it with their Just Workout technology. It wasn't AI, It was 1,000 humans watching video feeds. Klarna replaced 700 people with a chatbot, only to realize months later they needed humans to fix the mess. There's even a name for it: AI washing. And the scariest part is, senior engineers don't grow on trees. They're forged by struggling through the boring stuff, fixing bugs, writing unit tests, and debugging spaghetti code at 2 a.m. That is the gym workout that builds the brain. But today, entry-level hiring has collapsed by 50%, because why hire a junior when GPT-4 works for free? It makes financial sense now, but it's suicidal in the future. We're raising a generation of vibe coders who know how to prompt but don't know how to think. It almost feels like the entire industry is walking off a cliff.
So, are we doomed? Absolutely not. In fact, if you're watching this video and you actually know how to code, you're about to become very, very rich. Because here's what will happen.
If randomly 50% of the jobs are suddenly done by AI, societal message is we're randomly picking half of people and saying, you are useless, you are devalued, you are unnecessary.
The vibe coding bubble is going to burst. And it won't end with a blog post. It will end when the first major bank, hospital, or airline system collapses because of AI-generated slop. And that is where you come in. The junior developer title might be dead, but a new goldmine role is being born right now: the code archaeologist. Think of it as an AI janitor, but paid like a heart surgeon. This is because companies will need a human to sign off on the code. They need a throat to choke when things go wrong, because you can't sue a chatbot. Your job will be to put on a hazmat suit, dive into the toxic sludge of AI code, and surgically remove the failure points. The cleanup crew is coming, and you're going to need a captain. If you love to know why everyone is wrong about the AI bubble, click on the video on screen.